Okay, this is take 2 of this video. The first ride out on my new bike. The Ribble CGR AL-E electric, the Mahle X35 motor. I left the house just now to start doing this video and realised that the power meter crank that I installed, the battery cover was fouling on the chainstay quite badly. So I had to turn around and pop home and swap it back out for the original. It's kind of annoying. I could see it was close when I installed it, but I thought it'd be okay. But as soon as I started riding, it was knocking. So I don't have any power data or any cadence data, which is kind of annoying. And as you can see, the weather is pretty horrific. It's good timing. This is my first ever ride on an e-bike. So it's going to be really interesting to see how well it does. My brakes aren't bedded in yet either, which is not great in the wet. I'm going to do the same route that we did the other day, just a short loop with a couple of hills, just to see what difference this motor makes. That's why I really wanted the power data, so I could compare power, but oh well. Right, we're on full power, no point messing around, whacked it all the way up to the top. See how we get on. You can really feel it pushing. It's subtle, it's like, I know loads of other people have said it, it's like someone's just gently pushing you from behind. It's exactly what it feels like. I'm still working. Oh man, I don't have heart rate on this screen either. No, I do, 160, okay. Yeah, so my heart rate's still quite high. So I am putting the work in and just doing it a lot quicker. I've got pretty ferocious headwind as well. It's really interesting. I'm hovering around 15, 16 miles an hour. And you can really feel when the motor cuts out. You can also really feel when it kicks back in again. Well, that was considerably easier than the other day. Obviously this isn't scientific. I've done a couple of other rides since we last did this loop, so I might be feeling a bit fitter. But the weather is considerably worse than when we did it last, so that headwind. I'm a little bit concerned. When I left the house second time, the Garmin flashed up that the e-bike battery was low, but it was charged 100%. I stuck it on charge as soon as I finished building the bike. It's been charging for about 4 hours. And then the iWatch said it was charged, and the phone app said it was charged. Hopefully it's just the Garmin messing about. This is where you really feel the difference. I can do 16 down here fine on my own, so the motor's cutting out and you can kind of feel that little bit of drag. And then the road rises again, I slightly drop speed and it kicks back in. My poor new bike, he's getting filthy. I really wanted to take some pictures of it in the woods when it was all shiny and new. Too late for that now. I'm taking these corners quite gingerly. It's a new bike, brakes aren't fully bedded in, it's wet. Do not want to come off it. I actually feel like I'm doing this bit slightly slower. Maybe it's because of the headwind. Should help bed the brakes in a little bit. Okay, here's the dreaded Mork Hill. This hill's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted an electric bike, because I struggle up here so much sometimes. Hattie just goes flying off without me. So let's see what difference this makes. I'm not going to push really hard, I'm just going to go kind of the pace I would normally go. It's already a big difference, I'm still in the big ring. Normally be on both the small at the front and big at the back by now. So annoyed I don't have the power data. Have to buy another parameter. The one I had was a 4i Precision, the old model. It's got quite a thick battery cover on it. And that's what was fouling. So I need to find the newer model, which is thinner. Okay, speed's 12 miles an hour, heart rate's 163, 7% grade. Normally I'll be doing about 6 miles an hour up here. Still in the big ring. You definitely still got to put the work in. It's a shame Hattie couldn't come out today. She did start to. She was feeling a bit iffy. And then when I had to stop and turn around to swap the crank over, she really wasn't feeling great. So she decided to stay at home. It would have been interesting to see how I compared to her up here, because usually she's like a minute ahead of me. Wow, that was considerably easier. That's crazy. I'll try and keep the speed below 16 to keep the power on. I can feel it. There it goes, the power's gone off. I'll come back in now. There we go. It's such a shame they're limited to 16 or 15 and a half, whatever it is. Just a little bit more would be a life changer. 18, 19. $165 beats per minute. Oh, I feel good. This is saying I've got 16 miles left on the smart travel thing, which is a bit like what you get on an EV. Oh, there's a car coming. It's constantly calculating how much power you've got. And you have to wait, car, because I want to complete this in one go. Normally I'd pull over, but not today. Whew. Let's get a picture. Righty, onwards. I hope I didn't mess the segment up coming this way. Doesn't matter, I suppose. I'll still be able to see roughly what difference in time it was. That motor when you start off in turbo mode is crazy. Yes, it did mess the segment up. How annoying is that? Oh well. Whoa. Strong wind from the side then. Hope you can still see. I'm struggling to see through these glasses at the moment. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I felt the motor kick in there. It's going to take a while to get used to this. Sort of managing your power against the bike's power. Obviously, normally I'm not going to ride everywhere on full power. I just wanted to try it out. Maybe I'll turn it down in a second. I was a bit concerned when I took it out of the box how small the frame looked. Actually, it feels fine. So far anyway. Obviously I need to do some longer rides, but It's another plus point for the e-bike, I think, there. Although at that hill, standing, it was all my power. I think normally when I do that, I've just climbed up Mork Hill. I'm knackered, my legs are sore, and I can't get as much power up those little bits. Whereas that felt quite good. I feel a lot fresher. That's kind of the trouble I've been having recently. I just get knackered so quick. So if we're doing a longer ride, and by the time we're halfway through, I'm done. And I don't really find that enjoyable. There goes the motor. A little gentle nudge. Back to me again. I'm not really feeling any noticeable drag, I don't think, when the motor cuts out. Although it's hard to say because the wind is so strong. But when the motor cuts out, it's kind of just feels like you're just pedaling normally, to be honest. This bike is considerably heavier than my other two bikes. I weighed it with just the pedals on. It was 14 point something kilograms. And now I've got the Garmin and the mount, bottle, mudguard. So probably 15 and a half kilograms all in, plus me. And my focus is, I think it's like 8 point something. And the other Ribble, I think it's about 11. So we are carrying a bit of extra weight around, but to be honest, not that long ago, I was 10 kilograms heavier than I am now, so. If I can lose another 3.5 kilograms, it'd be just like riding my other Ribble. Take it steady down here. Not only have we got loose chippings, we've got wet loose chippings now. Ow, big hole. I'm no Tom Pidcock when it comes to descending, I'm afraid. On your side of the road would be nice, my friend. Okay, here's the long drag that I really hate. I still haven't changed out the big ring the entire ride, which is unheard of for me, on these routes anyway. I'm still having to work there. It's not a free ride by any means. My heart rate's still 160. Not as high as it would usually be coming up here, but that's my thinking. If I can get out more often, because it's slightly easier, it's going to be better in the long run. Because quite often when you do a ride, I'm exhausted after it, and it takes me a few days to get over that. Yeah, this bit's still hard. It's like 12% this bit there. Let's go get some pictures in the woods. somewhere. To find a little prop stand. That one maybe a bit big. That one. I've seen them do this on GCN loads of times. Let's see if I can figure it out. Here we go. And you watch that fall over. There we go. So there she is. My Ribble CGR AL-E. I really enjoyed that ride actually. It was so much easier. I think I'm going to quite like this bike. I think it's going to make my rides much better. I better keep up with Hattie better, I better go further. We've got loads of rides planned that we want to do, but I was always too hesitant to do them because I didn't think I'd be able to keep up there or just make it. So hopefully once the weather gets better, we can start going out. We've got routes planned in Wales, in the mountains, we've got routes planned locally, and there's all sorts of things we want to do. We're even contemplating going to the Isle of Wight later this year. Take the van over, find a hotel somewhere and do a tour of the Isle of Wight. It'd be really good to get away somewhere. We haven't had a holiday in absolutely years, so if we could do that, that would be awesome. Take the bikes as well, it'd make it even better. So yeah, here we are. Get my finger out the frame. My new steed. If you want to see all the new videos that we put out with this bike and all the other bikes, please like, subscribe, click the notification bell. It really helps the channel grow. I'm getting new subscribers all the time, so thank you guys for subscribing. I've got loads of video ideas. Whether I can actually pull them off or not is a different matter. It never quite goes to plan, but I try my best, and you know, I'm just a normal guy just putting out videos, so don't expect too much in production terms, but yeah, if you just want to see us riding around the Forest of Dean and Wales and other places, then keep checking me out. Cheers very much, see you next time. I'm getting my new bike all dirty. No.